Hello everyone, welcome to the 101% podcast where we talk about mindset, motivation, discipline, how to always push yourself, how to become a beast and how to defeat struggle. This podcast will help you to get a better life, that's 101% for sure. I'm your host Joakim and together with me is the co-host and my sister Annika. Welcome to this podcast. Hello again. In this episode we will talk about what's actually going on inside my mind. Yes, it's actually something inside my head, believe it or not. I will show you how I operate to be as efficient as possible. I wrote a training story from the boat I worked on before, how I relax. A crazy story of how Elon Musk relax and how my OCD brain works. I know you guys are on the clock. We are on the clock as well. Let's get started.
Awesome. I am so excited to hear what's going on inside this mastermind. You are one of the people that inspire me the most, so I just got myself a cup of coffee and I'm ready to sit back and enjoy the lesson.
So great to hear. A lot of pressure on me now. I would like to start with my morning routine. I usually wake up 6:20, then I go right up and start to do my push-ups. And after the first set, I make me food and start eating. Then I take set number 2 and I start eating again. And then I take set number 3 and eat a little bit more. Then straight down, brush my teeth. And then I sit for 5 to 10 minutes and read a verse from my Bible. Work a little bit on my computer. And then I go up. Then my daughter wake up. So I talk with she in the morning, spend good time together, and she would like to be alone a little bit. And then I sit in the sofa working on my phone, and I drive she to the school. We have to take the ferry boat first, and push her off at the school. And when I sit waiting at the ferry boat, I sit working on my phone, and in the boat I work on my phone. Come straight back home, inside the door, take off my shoes, run up, and start making the hot water for the coffee. Down again, take off my jacket, to the toilet, finish toilet, I go up, and then my coffee is finished. Right down, and start working on my computer. And then I work, and when the coffee is empty, out, put the coffee water ready again, go down toilet, and finish toilet, I take my coffee again. So it have to go efficient as possible.
So it's not 1 minute to waste, not even 10 seconds, I hear.
Not 10 seconds, nothing. The only time I take break is when I go to the toilet or make me coffee. And then I work for some hours. I have to eat, run up and make me food. And then I stand when I'm eating. That's the same I do in the morning when I take push-ups also. And this is lunch. I stand when I'm eating and I take off the dishwashers, fixing this. And eat more, to the toilet, and up, eat more. So I'm always in the rush, and then I go down and I work until I go pick up my daughter. And then I work in the ferry boat and outside the school. And when she comes, I spend time with she. So that's early in the day routine. And later in the day, it's training and more working. But just to show you a little bit how my brain works, because I have to try to be as efficient as possible, and I drive myself hard all the time. I can sit down, relax, but I want to get most out of the day. So that's the way I do it. So some rituals I do every day, every night. I used to pray to God. Thanks for the things who is good in my life, and pray about to take care of the people I love. And thinks about a lot of things that make me to a much better person. And after that, I analyze my day. What have I done today as good? And what have I done so I have not been so good? And what can I do better? Some more things I do. I would like to learn all the time. So I listen a lot of podcasts, yeah. And I'm cleaning, take out the dishwashers or cleaning clothes like this, or when I drive car, I always listen to podcasts, yeah, so I can learn new things. Do you listen to podcasts or audiobooks when you're working or do something else? And about training, I would try to drive myself as hard as possible. So for the last months, I train much home. So I just go out, warm up for 5 minutes, and then I start training. And then I train, and I go very hard, and then I go more slowly, and then I go hard again. And this I do for 30 minutes to 1 hour. I have no breaks. When I'm tired, you train a little bit more slowly and then you go hard again. So that's the way.
You are super efficient, I hear. You get the most out of your time all the time. And this is something we have a lot to learn from. And something that I will especially take with me into my day is how you analyze every day at the end of your day, because I bet it's a lot easier to stop the bad habits when you analyze it in the evening. Okay, tomorrow I'll do better, because then you don't fall into this long time pattern with messing up your plans.
Yeah, absolutely. Have to analyze what you've done, because if not, your life just keep going. But you have to think through your day, so you can improve. Because if you not think about your day, it's difficult to improve. You have to analyze yourself. So that's a great thing to do. I think about a training story. I just call it the 300 story, and that was many years ago when I work at the sea. Me and a guy from Sweden, we used to train together, and he find a training program they use for the people who play in the movie 300. It was a lot of soldiers, Spartan soldiers, very well trained, very good fighters and warriors, and they was so well trained. Find this program and want me and him to take it. Yeah, gonna get ready for the swimming season. Had to get ripped. So we're gonna take this, and that was one of the most hardest training I ever done. It was, of course, storm that day, very big waves. The boat went up and down and to the side. We have to work extra on our balance. The session was like this, yeah. I gonna do 30 and him gonna do 25. So then I start, and every time I do stood squats, I have 20 kilos in my hand. So I start to do squat 30 times. Then I did push-ups 30 times. And then I did sit-ups 30 times. And then it was squats 29 times, push-ups 29 times, and sit-ups 29. And 28, 27, all the way down to 0. And no breaks. The weather was so wild, yeah. We have to take care of our balance. And I think it was 30 or 40 minutes without break to do that. And that was the hardest training session I ever did. And when I almost was done, it was so hard. I want to stop it. I say to myself, okay, you have to go more. You have to go more. You are hard. You are a machine. And when I went through it and when I was finished, so tired, but it was so good because you have to push yourself through very hard time. So I would like to our listeners think about what is the hardest training session you ever done in your life.
I just wanted to ask you, Joakim, how did you feel? Do you remember? Because I remember we talked on the phone after. Do you remember what emotions was going through your mind as you were working through this session and after?
I think it was very heavy. So my brain told me, oh, this is so heavy. So I have to throw away this thought, and I say, I'm a machine. I just going, and it was so heavy, and I just try to just go, not think it, just go like this. So it was very hard, but I want to do it because I told myself before I gonna do it, and then I have to do it.
Right, and you completed it. And I remember you said afterwards that your emotions was almost on the breaking point, like almost anger or so much energy that if someone would say something, I think you would just be a bit angry. Didn't you say that?
That's right, yeah. I was so tired and so angry and like this, yeah. And if someone just has said one word, I think I'm gonna explode. That was right. I was at the breaking point.
Because I remember you told me that on the phone when we talked after this point, and I've often thought about that when I've had my hardest sessions, when you're just in the red zone, sprinting your intervals in zone 5, or doing some of the hardest workouts. I feel like your emotions are so fragile. You are in the basement, but that's where all the important hard work is done. And after it, I feel like you kind of just enter a door. You enter a whole new room in your brain because you accomplished such a hard task. And then you know that you are able to. So you kind of open new doors in your mind every time that you do these things.
Yeah, take yourself to new levels. So it was so good feeling when you finished. Just go up, take a shower, and I feel so good now. And can sit there, drink coffee, and talk about this killer train out after. And have to say, oh, we are so machine, both of us. We're so raw. Not many can do this, and good laugh, and cheers with the coffee. So that was funny.
That is so important to celebrate and to remind yourself that you are raw, you are machines. And I bet that coffee tasted extremely well after a workout like that.
Yes, one of the best coffee I ever had.
Yeah.
So also inside my mind, I very like to learn new things all the time. Yeah, get a lot of pleasure to learn. Yeah, and especially if things can be difficult and you're still working, you struggle, and when you overcome that struggle, yeah, it feels so good. Yeah. So I find a lot of pleasure in becoming better in things. So what do you like when you're learning? What is the thing that give you pleasure about learning? Other things inside my mind. I very enjoy to be my own boss. It's so good. Make me very happy. Can wake up every day. Can do what you want, but you have to do what you should do. And that's working. So I feel much more happy when I am that, because when I work, I do something I really like, and then I became much more happy on my free time. So I'm much more happy when I stay with daughter and my family. And when I have it very good with day, and I also became more happy in my work. So it goes hand in hand. If you do good things on both parts, you become much more happy. So if you could choose what job you really would like to do, what job do you would like to have? And what is holding you back from taking that job or getting that job? So about how I relax, yeah? Because you and me is the 101%, so we go hard all the time. But sometimes I have to relax also, so I not get this infamous burnout, as we talk about so many times, and have so many times. So when I relax, I like to look movies. And then I often look Thai movies. I speak almost fluent Thai, but it is a long time between every time I go to Thailand now. It was 6 years since last times. So I just relax, look Thai movie, and still keep learning when I see the movie, and still maintain my language. So then I can relax and learn at the same time. And I also like to sit and look other good communicators and good podcaster, great interviews, and study day while I relax. And of course, also I like to see series too. Yeah, if it's a good series, gangster series, you can look for hours and hours and just forget about the world and just be into this movie. So I like that also. So that's how my mind works about relax. But I hear about Elon Musk, how he relax. That I'm very interesting, because Elon Musk have so busy life and everything in do, yeah. Shooting rocket into the space, having Tesla, having Starlink, and he own X, and was also in politics about when Donald Trump gonna be president. And it's so many things him do. And when he would like to relax, do you guys know what him doing? He used to play a computer game named Diablo 4. That's for relax his mind. And it was a couple of weeks ago. He was ranked as number 1 best Diablo player in the world. And that is the thing he do when he just want to relax. Think about everything else him do. And you have so many people live about this one and play Diablo all day, all night. But him just do it a little bit now and then. And him was the best ranked Diablo 4 player for 2 weeks ago. And isn't that amazing? He is so raw, Elon Musk. You can like him or hate him, but you have to give credit and respect for him. And he is so raw, and that's what he do when he relax. And I'm very happy we have Elon Musk, because in this time we live in now, he is the smartest and greatest human being. And I'm so happy everything he have done for the world. So we have to be proud of him and take care of him. So other things I think about in my mind, when I gonna do things have to go quickly and it have to be easy. So I like to make good system and prepare things and plan it good so things can go as quickly and smoothly as possible. Make effective systems. I speak about in another episode how I organize my life. I think it was episode 13. If you would like, you can check it out. And if not, okay, that's no problem either. And about my OCD brain, I have a little bit OCD. I'm not gonna put that under a chair. So for me to function optimality, I like it have to be clean around me. I have to have good system and structure on things. Everything have to be in order. I not like if it is so many things around me and messy. Yeah? Then I cannot relax and I cannot focus as good. So around my space is so clean and good system. And some Thai lady told me, คุณเรียบร้อยมากกว่าผู้หญิง and that means you are much more clean and have better style and than the ladies, she said to me at one time. So that was a little bit funny to think about.
Do you feel like your OCD is helpful for your stress management, or do you feel like it creates stress to always have to have it in order?
Good questions. It can do both, because like OCD is, for me, it's if I have it right, nice and clean and good structure around me, I feel much more calm and it not drain me so much. But if it is very messy around me and it's chaos, it's drain me much more. So it's much better for me to have it good style around me. So if not, it drain me much more. But before, many years ago, I was extreme about this one. But I work very hard about this one. So now I am much better than before. So now I not use so much time and energy, and I can have it a little bit messy around, but not much, a little bit. So, but it helped me. It helped me have good structure and system and discipline in my life. Mostly it's good if it's not take overhand and control your life. Other things, I think all the time I have to choose to do the right thing. And one thing I have become very good at is to do the thing I want. I am very good to not do the things I do not want to do. Because if it is something I not want to do, I not do it. Because every time you choose to do something you not want to do, you choose away something you want to do. That is a thing I very recommend you to optimize in your life. So, do you often choose to do things in your life that you not want to do? And if you do, why? I want most out of life, and for me, I like to work hard first, fix everything, make everything finish, then I want to relax. I not want to relax first and do it later. Because if you do the hard things first, it feels so much greater to relax.
So Joakim's mind is wired to be successful. You're very efficient, you're very organized. Things are in a certain way so that you can shine and you can have peace and quiet around you to focus on what's important. You eliminate the things that's not important and you get the best out of life, the most out of life in your business and in your free time and in your training, it seems like. So this is a circle. It all connects together so that you can perform on your best.
Yeah, that's totally right. That's the way my brain works.
Have you had any stumbles and falls throughout the years where you have learned how to optimize these things? How have you become so organized?
Yeah, I have. It's nothing special things I remember now, but I know I have failed much and many things have not been efficient, and then I have to always try to optimize and do it better, yeah. Because I always like that things have to go quickly, yeah. So it much optimized through many years.
Mm-hmm.
And many things I've done also have not been so efficient. The key is to analyze myself, yeah, and find out what I can do better, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I usually go very hard when I do things. And when I sit down and talk with people, I take away my phone and try to be very present and actually go 101% inside to be present and not to brag, but I am actually a very good listener. When people talk, it's genuine interesting, yeah, in what they say. So I actually like to listen and I like to talk with people, have good conversation, sit talk about real things. It's very good, and also laugh and joking. So that's something I like very much.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I like to talk. So that's great about the job. Yeah, you can sit talk.
That is very true. And you are a really good listener. I've thought about that so many times that even if you are not that interested in makeup or teddy bears or whatever, but when your daughter comes and tell you about these topics, you are genuinely interested in just trying to understand what is the fascination about this, or why is this better, or okay, just to share the interest. And with me, with all of the things I've been going through with work or with my obsessions, you've always had a genuine interest in learning, and that makes a great conversation partner.
Thank you for that. You also is a very good listener, yeah, because you genuinely care, yeah, and would like to know what people saying and learn and like this, yeah. So that's great. And that's very great to have conversation with you. You have much on your mind, you can go, and when I want to tell you and I have much on my mind, you just listen, reflect, and then you give me feedback. So it's a very great way to be.
Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you. It is very important because communication skills is a lot about respect, and genuine interest is a lot about caring about each other and learning about each other and learning from each other. And we all have something to learn from everyone. So it is very important.
Absolutely. And we talk about that in some episode before in Monica about we would like to recommend our listener to work on their communication skills, yeah, because you need them in all areas: your private life, your networking, job, business, relationship, everywhere. So absolutely work on those. Find someone in YouTube you like, see how they talk, try to improve, analyze yourself, yeah, and enjoy it because it's so funny. And if you like it or not, you still have to talk. You not get away with that one. So why not become good at it? And it will gain your life so much.
Definitely. That is so true. So how will Joachim's mind be now? It's going towards the end of December, and I suppose you're gonna spend some extra time with family this upcoming 2 weeks. How will the mind be to still work well on your business, but of course prioritize family more?
Yeah, I will editing the 4 last episode and fix everything finished, yeah, and put it out so it will come out. So I would like to finish all about the publicity and podcasting before we take Christmas. And then I would like to spend more time with my family. Yeah, I would like to walk more trips together, look movie. I would like to play a lot of cards together and sit, talk, have good conversation, and visit people. So I would use much more effort in try to do something together, yeah, and do things we not do so much also, yeah. So I'm very excited for that, and I still gonna work a lot, yeah. Try to build fitness or a homepage and many other things, but I will focus more about have fun together and go training with my daughter, visit my friends. And what about you, Annika? What you gonna do for the rest of the year? You just moved to a new family, and what are the things you're gonna do together with your new family?
Yeah, I'm gonna spend a lot of time with them. Right now we're living with my sister-in-law and her children, and my husband's parents just came from Turkey now, so we're gonna be together, and his sister is coming soon, so it's gonna be all of us gathered in one place, which is super nice. And then me and my husband are moving in a couple of days to our apartment, but we'll still be visiting the family. And of course, we're not celebrating Christmas. We are all Muslims, so December, the end of December, is not about traditions and stuff that it has used to be before, but it's a lot about family time. And I had a great time up in Molde with all of you guys, visiting my family, and now I'm here with my new family, which is also so nice. So I'm mostly just going to spend time with them, get settled into the new apartment, start applying for jobs, and then in the beginning of January, I'm going to get back on my feet with training, because that has been a little bit on the side of my prioritization list these last couple of weeks when we've been on the go.
Yeah, well, that sounds great. The most important thing is the good family time, so that will be good. A lot of good food, good conversation, and spend good time together, yeah?
Definitely. Sometimes that's on the top of the prioritization list, and sometimes the prioritization list will be different when it's a fight coming up or things like that. But now, this is the time for being together, and I hope that everyone spends time with their loved ones and take extra good care of each other in the time ahead.
Absolutely. Great advice. Don't forget this one.
Thank you for sharing some of your mastermind skills and just inviting us into your mind. That has been really fascinating.
Yeah, welcome for that. Hope it was interesting to hear.
It was, for sure. We have a lot to learn from you.
Great. If you liked this episode and feel that it gave you a lot of value, it would have been great if you could share this episode with someone. And if you'd like to donate a small amount to help us grow this show, it would have been great. The donation link is on our webpage, the 101%podcast.com, and is also down in our show note in this episode and all the others episode. Today's episode was recorded 18 December. In the next episode, we will talk about Stoic mindset, where you will learn to become calm and handle things logically instead of emotionally. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram on this podcast account, the 101% podcast. If you like this episode, make sure to share this podcast episode with a friend and review the show on Apple Podcast. Thank you to all the audience for listening. We appreciate you all a lot. Hope that you will come back and listen to our next episode. Until next time, take care and give it your best.